everyone, welcome to En Familia con la Plaza. Thank you for joining us for another virtual garden workshop. My name is Mireya Arizmendi. I'm the Education Manager for the Edible Teaching Garden and Culinary Arts programs here at Plaza de Cultura y Artes. This month we are celebrating Cesar Chavez, and to celebrate his legacy, today we will learn about the significance of the United Farm Workers movement and the importance of integrated pest management in your home and community gardens. During the workshop, we will prepare a garden disinfectant to prevent plant diseases in the garden, and at the end of the workshop, you will learn how to clean and disinfect one gardening tool. All right, so this month we are celebrating Cesar Chavez, and to celebrate his legacy, today we will learn about the significance of the United Farm Workers movement and the importance of integrated pest management in your home and community gardens. During the workshop, we will prepare a garden disinfectant to prevent plant diseases in the garden, and at the end of the workshop you will learn how to clean and disinfect one gardening tool. All right, I'm gonna now go ahead and share my switch camera so we can go over the materials. Okay, before we begin, let's go over the materials that we're going to need today. Here I have mine. And keep in mind that if you don't have one of the materials, just don't worry about it. And just think of other alternatives that you might have at home. And we're going to need the following. Let me just fix this here. Oops. Okay, so what we're gonna need is one garden trowel, one paper napkin, one small jar with a lid. We're also gonna need 70% isopropyl alcohol, about 25 cotton balls, one scrub sponge, some soap, one spray bottle with water, and one measuring cup, and one black marker. Okay? All right, so now that we have all of our materials ready, I'm gonna ask you a couple of questions before we begin our workshop, and please discuss with the person next to you. Okay, so the first question is that I like to ask you today is, what's integrated pest management? Second question, why is the health of and well-being of farm workers important? Now, as you think of this question, during the workshop, think of the farm workers who work hard under the sun to harvest the foods that we eat, okay? And we will come back to these questions at the end to review what we learned today, all right? Let me go back to my PowerPoint, and I'm gonna go over a little about the significance of the United Farm Workers movement and the importance of integrated pest management in your home and community garden. As mentioned earlier, this month we are celebrating Cesar Chavez, and what better way to celebrate his legacy than protecting people and their environment by eliminating the use of pesticides in urban gardens. Now, the United Farm Workers UFW labor union was founded in 1962 by labor leaders and civil rights activists Cesar Chavez and Dolores Huerta. And they were really seeking to empower migrant farm workers and to improve their wages and working conditions in the fields. The labor union adopted the motto, long live the cause, viva la causa in Spanish, and a red flag highlighting a black eagle on, as we can see on this image, on a white background. Now, for migrant farm workers joining the movement, the labor union meant everything. At last, they were able to participate and speak out against injustices to improve their lives. Fortunately, the movement is not over. It continues. The labor union continues protecting farm workers' rights whenever threats arise. For example, during the pandemic and the fire season in California, farm workers continue working hard under the sun harvesting the food that we eat. And they are regularly exposed to infectious diseases, pesticides, and environmental pollutants of all kinds. So we must continue advocating for the health and safer working conditions in the fields because they are essential workers and their health is important. Remember that we are all one. Okay, and now you might be wondering what can we do to help, and I'm glad that you might be asking that question because you can do something about it and advocate to eliminate pesticide use to protect the health of migrant workers and our local community. And how you do that? Well, start by practicing integrated pest management, IPM for short, based on 4 main principles often known as the PAMS approach, PAMS. P stands for prevention. Prevention is the key. Always clean your tools and equipment. A stands for avoidance and involves cultural practices, for example, the use of cover crops and crop rotation, which will help break insect and plant disease cycle. M stands for monitoring pests. The idea is to identify pests and monitor their presence. S stands for suppressing pests using proper control methods such as biological, which means using beneficial insects like the beautiful ladybugs. Cultural, for example, I mentioned before, cleaning your garden tools. Physical is just pretty much hand-picking pests with your hands. And chemical is the using and addressing pest problems using worm tea, biodegradable soaps, and less harmful substances like just the plain alcohol. So what's integrated pest management? Again, it is a sustainable process that combines biological, cultural, physical, and chemical tools to solve pest problems while minimizing risk to people and the environment. Now, it's very, very short lecture. Now that you know more about the significance of the United Farm Workers movement and the importance of integrated pest management in your home and your community garden, let me show you how to prepare a garden disinfectant to prevent plant diseases in the garden. So please follow my lead. I'm gonna go ahead and share again my overhead camera. Now that you know more about the significance of the United Farm Workers movement and the importance of integrated pest management in your home and community gardens, let me show you how to prepare a garden disinfectant to prevent diseases in the garden. And follow my lead, okay? So what we're gonna do is the following. One word of caution. Disinfectants like alcohol can irritate the skin and is harmful if ingested. It should be used under supervision of an adult An adult will do most of the steps involving alcohol while children observe. So please keep that in mind, okay? So we're gonna start preparing our garden tool disinfectant. So the first step, and then I'm gonna just move these things out of the way. So we have more space right here. Okay, so the first step, you're going to take your the glass jar and then remove the lid. Then you're gonna place all the cotton balls inside the jar. Here I have mine. There. Next, adults are gonna measure and pour half cup of 70% isopropyl alcohol. Okay. So here I have my measuring cup, and we're gonna add like about 4 ounces. Oops, don't do it too fast. And then we're gonna close the jar with the lid and shake the jar a few times like this. And then what we're gonna do, we're gonna label the jar. Okay, I have mine right here. And what you want to write, using the marker, write down garden disinfectant on the lid. I already did mine. Remember to store the disinfectant in a dry location, and do not mix alcohol with other products. And now that we know how to prepare a garden disinfectant to prevent diseases in the garden, let me show you how to clean and disinfect one dirty garden tool. Okay, again, we're going to do this step by step, so follow my lead. Okay, so first what you want to do is remove any dirt and debris left on the gardening tool with your scrub sponge like this. If there's any dirt, make sure that is all out. And then wash with water and some biodegradable soap, and then you're gonna use the spray bottle to rinse it. I already washed mine, so I'm gonna bring one that is already clean. We don't have a sink right here, but this one is already washed and clean. And then what you also want to do, make sure that it's dry, your gardening tool using the paper towel. Now, for the next step, adults are going to take a cotton ball with alcohol, right? And then what you want to do is pretty much just wipe and disinfect the gardening tool. Just pretend you're cleaning like a cut when you have a boo-boo. Now, after the alcohol dries out, the clean gardening tool is ready to use, and you're done. All right, so we're done with our workshop, and don't forget to follow us on social media and share pictures of what you did today. Tag La Plaza using the hashtag En Familia con La Plaza and La Plaza LA. Please share with others what you learned today. And on behalf of La Plaza and the Edible Teaching Garden Culinary Arts team, we would like to thank you for joining us. From the bottom of my heart, I wish you a happy and healthy life. Hasta la próxima y gracias por acompañarnos.